Yeah, welcome. I mean, I haven't been here so much myself. I just got here. Like, I come here maybe like 2 times a year, just to kind of take care of some negotiations with local people here. And we have this project about a dolphinarium, to have a dolphin house here in the old town of Tallinn. About the house, I mean, buildings, they change all the time, so it's hard to say anything like specific, you know. But we could listen to the silence, to the breathing of this house for a second, if you will. So somebody has talent. So what? Dime a dozen. And we are overpopulated. Actually, we have more food than we have people and more art. We've gotten to the point of burning food. See, it's so heavy, the message with Mr. Cage, that I find it hard to just say the word. So what? What's that? Oh yeah. I think I bought my first condo when I was 16. It's kind of like a gift from my father, who makes candles in Denmark. Well, then one thing followed the other as it goes, since I had this feeling that I would be good with apartments, just as I now have this feeling that I would be really good with dolphins. So I would say that the apartments came to me rather than I bought them. Of course, there was like money. We still have money in our society for, I don't know, for 10 or 20 years, but it will be gone very soon. I feel that we will be without money very soon. But what you were saying earlier in the taxi about the real estate, I think the game has changed. I think people have realized that tenants are like artists, and the homeowners or the real estate owners, we are like curators. And this is the age of curating, if you know what I mean. So you're now in for a real treat. The sauna. It's very small, but just follow me. I'll show you around. I think steam is a bit like it's a bit steam for human body is the same what public funding is for a real estate. It's problematic, I'd say. We had a chihuahua who passed away just a few years ago, and she wanted to use this entrance when she came to sauna with us, because the door is much too humanistic for a dog. It was imposing humanistic behavior on the chihuahua, who was named Alexei, by the way. So this is where, and sometimes I use this myself as well, you know. It is kind of a good way to remind myself of other races and other creatures. I mean, I want to explain to you, if it's okay, if you have time, the basic premises, the basic principles of owning real estate. So think about this table here as the country, as, let's say this is Estonia. This is also a table, but as you can see, this is a much more alluring sexual table, you know, with the round shapes. This is a very square, very simple, very sympathetic, but kind of dull, raw table. So what happens is the sexual, sorry about my pronunciation, the sexual, that's how I say it. Actually, you say it too. Right, sexual table imposes very gently its energy on, in this case, Estonia. And as you can see, that table beneath, it also looks much more interesting now, and it has plates in the system. So this is how I see myself as a venture capitalist in regards to Estonia, for example. This is my, not me, just, of course not me personally, but it's the buildings I'm building, and it's the plans that I have. So it will elevate this table as well. But the problem we are facing is really the pillow. And in this metaphor, the pillow represents public funding. Because if you don't live in a free market, what happens is that this pillow makes everything uneven. I mean, of course, this can be sexual as well. There can be an interesting dynamic here. But if we start to place people on these pedestals, on these layers, they might fall off. So I think it's better for the people actually to take away the public funding and just rely on structures made by people who really understand structural thinking. Well, we don't have the dolphins here, but we could like I'm just improvising here, you have to understand. So this would be the dolphins, the dolphinarium, and the energy echolocated by dolphins throughout Estonia. And this is pretty much what I had. This is basically my plan for